OSU when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The snap sets up the throw. A little screen to the running back. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing. Execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the ground with the back. And he's still running after the move. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Michigan! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Flips it out on the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Grab near the marker. It's Walters. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Handoff from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, You're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. He can find the end zone. Now 60 career touchdown catches.
I mean, that is just silly that this guy is always finding ways to get in the end zone. Like, you know they want to take him away. He is the focal point. 60 touchdowns, you know they're going to throw it to him. Palmer keeps making plays.
And, David, throughout his career, we've seen defenses try everything to stop this guy. They bracketed him, double coverage, man coverage, zone coverage. It doesn't matter. He's the ultimate weapon. 60 touchdown catches is so good.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Addison. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He'll try to do it himself. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you, like that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, of great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number one versus number two. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Walter. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Big noise in the big house with his huge third down play. to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you'd be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, but I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability.
Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They've got a first down here to open the period. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinters.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
He's got it and still on his feet. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like box. Calling reverse and trickeration. And it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, run, run. You're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Catch in the middle, it's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Full spin move. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
When you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the other.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more in the morning with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by just 2 over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football.
There he goes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Another incompletion on third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Shows him the stiff arm. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They're going to run it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Buys a little extra time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's caught. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Breaks into the open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little far.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking down the left side. It's caught. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good, and you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Addison. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Roberts.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab deep. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. The toss to the right. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to fire. Got his man. He breaks it and runs through another one. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
The screen, he can go. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Walters. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Defense wants to bring the heat. That's caught. It's Miller. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Back to pass. starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
Yeah, and he had the option there. He could have pitched. I'm not sure if it would have mattered. Really nice job by the defense. They saw it all the way, reacted to it well, went right to the quarterback, swallowed him up, and got him on the ground.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here's the heat.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Bring in the heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Third down play from the gun. Finds his man. It's Miller. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Swings it out to the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the...
He makes a grab, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Throws for the tight end. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! That might be the proverbial fourth-quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. They built a cover. Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Back out there. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Gets it out quickly.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Defense looks as if it's coming. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
DB's right up on the receivers. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 20.
story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 9 to Georgia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Looking for an open area to his left. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field.
There he goes. Past the 40. He's at the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
The offense takes control of this football game. Right? I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you at every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end as they will concede defeat. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.